Hey, we're back with another episode from the main channel. We're doing a commentary on the Moving 2020 playlist. This is Ed. So I moved, as you can see. So I had to do a playlist on Moving. It's a collection of songs. I built this playlist around the Ben Folds song, Steven's Last Night in Town. I've always liked that song. I thought it was funny. I thought it, like a lot of other songs, paints a very indelible picture of a scene you can see in your mind's eye. So I didn't pick the album version to build this set around. I ended up picking a version where it's like where it's the band playing with this high school orchestra, which is really cool. I think the orchestra does a really good job of filling out the sound in the song, but it doesn't sound as loud as it does on the record, which I think is interesting. But I think it better fits the playlist. I don't think it's a situation where it had to be this big booming cacophony of sound for a song. I will say though that band gets as much or more sound, I think, both in studio and on stage, as the Police. Feel free to fight me on that one. So the other songs that are on this list that I put together, So I started out with the Foo Fighters, Next Year. It's a much older song. When I first heard it years ago, I liked it. I thought the time signature was really interesting because it's a slow yet happy song, so I thought that was cool. We got Moving Out by Billy Joel, which it's a good song. I think people think, well, I can't say that it's overplayed. I think when it fits this playlist because it's specifically about a guy moving out of the house, starting another life, and being really confident about it. Ben Folds we already talked about. Changes by David Bowie kind of fit what was going on. Not only am I changing my surroundings, I'm in a different city, I got a new job, we're doing this whole thing. So it's just a lot of things that are happening that I can't say I didn't envision. I think all the hard work to get here, that this is just the next step to getting to where we want to get to. And that's kind of what the song Changes is about. Closing Time should have been the last song on the list, which when I can go ahead and change that around, but it's fine. Closing Time is just that song. It's the Everything Is Over song. Great song. Tom Cochran's Life is a Highway is on this list. I have a lot of real love for this song. I'm not the biggest fan of Rascal Flatts' version of this song. And it's like I said over on the other channel, Mixtapes and Mistakes. So, to talk about that for just a second. So, the Rascal Flatts version does at base what a cover song is supposed to do. It doesn't sound bad. It's catchy. It's a lot like Tom Cochran's version of the song. There's generally, the difference for me is there's an earnestness to what Tom Cochran does vocally, and it's his song, so I think he approaches it differently. He means to say what he's saying in the song, so it works. Rascal Flatts version, if you never heard this version of the song, you'd be like, oh, Rascal Flatts. To hear this version of the song, it's a totally different experience to me. Mark Broussard's Home is on this list. I think Carol Crow is an amazing album. I think more people should hear it. If you're from New Orleans, you haven't heard this record, I think it's a record you should listen to. If you've ever spent any time in New Orleans, it's a record you can relate to. This song in particular, though, I love Mark's evolution as an artist from this song, which is on Karen Crow. I think it's his debut record. There's a lot of funk, a lot of swagger in this song. it's a song I'm going to include on other lists. Like if I do a song or I've been toying with the idea of doing playlists on states, which I think is it's much easier to do in the southeastern region than they do for maybe the northeast. But it's a challenge. I might. That's another plan on the horizon of things I can do between the two channels. But Marc Broussard's Home, and there's a few other records that would definitely go into the Louisiana set if I were to do that. A Modest Mouse is on this list, which is kind of been one of my theme songs for the last 10 or 15 years. Anybody that's known me in a lot of other situations have either heard me, have people have commented, yeah, this is kind of your song, so I'm cool with that. I included the Jeffersons theme song on here. A, because it's funny. B, because I think I did kind of move to the east side, so that's kind of cool. I ended with Bobby McFerrin, Don't Worry, Be Happy. The thing I've always been impressed about that song is the level of optimism that it has. It's Bobby laying out all these really horrible, like not horrible, these bad instances that happen, and just go, hey, let it go. You know, tomorrow's a new day. You know, it's like the saying, is why worry about tomorrow when tomorrow will bring worries of its own. You know, and I actually think about wanting to do a yearly retrospective, which might be something else I do for this channel. 1988 seems to be a big year for. It's one of the last years I can remember where different types of music were all represented and all popular at the same time, and nothing really truly dominated. You had world music, you had metal was still around, rap music still had a big influence on things. You had songs like this. Female songwriters were just beginning to start to become a dominant or more noticed genre in music. This is way before grunge just kind of becomes that tide that just blows everything out to sea. So, 88's, I think, an interesting year in music. I think I could probably cover it. I have to figure out how I'm going to do it. There's a bunch of stuff I know I said in other videos, I'm still going to do some bunch of other stuff, which is why I go back and watch a lot of my old videos. But there's stuff on the horizon. So that's pretty much the moving playlist for 2020. Tell me what you liked about the playlist in the comments below. What songs you think I probably could have added. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe to this channel, as well as Mixtapes and Mistakes. And I started a new thing where I include other channels that I'm interested in, or channels that I think other people might be interested in following, other YouTubers that I like, or that I either like or know personally. I try to include, hey, check these people out. So you'll see some of that at the credits at the end. So that's it for this edition. We'll see you on the next edition. Later. This is where I go back and have to deal with this whole